What makes people want to live and work in Bryan? It's a feeling of home, change, tradition, and resiliency. It's a feeling of security, knowing that this community stands together in times good and bad, and that we're a community that's pushing on toward a bright future. The City of Bryan's massive list of achievements in 2019 continued into 2020 and laid the groundwork for a year that would be like no other. Bryan's economic engine was primed and ready for blastoff, sparked in part by an exciting development in February when Big Shots Golf announced it was going to build an entertainment venue at the new Travis Bryan Midtown Park.
People want fun and interesting things to do in our community, and Big Shots Golf is going to provide just that. It's a natural addition to the Travis Bryan Midtown Park, with the park's planned indoor facility, amphitheater, green space, and now Big Shots Golf. We have entertainment venues that will bring people to Bryan, and that's something to certainly be proud of.
Midtown Park is the catalyst for Bryan's new vision of the Midtown area. As a gateway between Texas A&M and downtown Bryan, Midtown will become an area for residents and visitors to experience unique attractions. After more than 2 years of public feedback and planning, the Midtown Area Plan was adopted by the Bryan City Council in early 2020.
A lot of hard work went into designing a plan for the Midtown area. We listened to what stakeholders and citizens wanted and created a cohesive vision for how development should occur. It's going to be exciting to see this come to fruition as the area grows and transitions, similar to how downtown Bryan was revitalized nearly 20 years ago.
The City of Bryan was off and running in 2020, and then everything changed. By the second week of March, the COVID-19 pandemic had reached Bryan. While not a disaster in the typical sense, the effects of the novel coronavirus were swift and unforgiving, creating an economic and health disaster in our community. Teamwork was imperative to getting a handle on the pandemic locally. The cities of Bryan and College Station, Brazos County, and the health department worked together to create a unified front against the pandemic. But as the virus continued to spread, a statewide stay-at-home order forced many small businesses across Bryan to close or reduce their service capabilities. Without the ability to generate income and pay their employees, many of those businesses struggled to stay afloat.
So it was hard. I had some tough times in the restaurant business, but never like this. I wanted to do our part to slow the spread, and eventually it meant closing the restaurant. And without the income, we had to get creative. And how are we going to survive? How are we going to pay our staff? How long is this going to last? We didn't know that. So we had to come up with things to make it happen.
Every business was hurting, not just in Bryan. We knew we had to do something fast in this community. That's why we partnered with the United Way to provide small business recovery grants.
The City of Bryan made a $500,000 commitment to help small businesses and nonprofits succeed during this pandemic. These funds helped business owners make payroll and stay afloat.
The emergency funding made available by the City of Bryan was a centerpiece of a multi-pronged assistance package to help businesses and residents as the effects of the pandemic stretched from weeks to months. Programs to provide emergency economic aid, reimbursements to businesses for health and safety measures, rental assistance for tenants, and the Joint Operation Restart are just a few of the ways the City of Bryan stepped up on the road to recovery. The city also partnered with local businesses to provide 2,000 free meals to the community. Residents could drive up and receive prepackaged meals from various Bryan restaurants.
We wanted to do everything we could to provide relief to those financially affected by the pandemic. That's why the BTU board approved a 50% rate reduction on the fuel portion of bills during April, May, and June. That resulted in an average of a 15% savings for our customers. BTU also stopped service disconnections and waived penalties and late fees.
And yet, life goes on here in Bryan. Throughout the pandemic, the city has continued to provide essential services to the community while being good stewards of your tax dollars. The city made on-the-fly budget cuts for the 2020 fiscal year to help offset a reduction in sales tax revenue and adopted a 2021 budget that recognizes the economic challenges brought about by the pandemic. We may be working remotely and taking extra safety precautions, but we're still here serving you every day. From our firefighters and police officers, to trash collectors, to city planners and engineers, these public servants are making sure that you are being taken care of and that your needs are being met.
Our community has experienced some tough times, like so many other communities across our nation. But what sets Bryan apart is our commitment to each other. We may have taken some hits, but we're still standing. In fact, we're standing strong. We're all in this together, and together, the future looks very bright in Bryan.